What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Simply Savage Reactions. My name's James. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and stick around with us for a little bit. To all my subscribers, I apologize that I haven't uploaded in the last week or so. I had to go out of town for work and it was unexpected. I see while I was gone, Dave dropped a new song. I wish somebody would have told me about that because I got back Saturday and I've just been so busy getting back into things here at home. But I was about to go to sleep and I was searching for new shit. And of course, Dave dropped something when I wasn't able to react to it. But I'm here now, better late than never. So let's check out this, my 24th birthday.
I spent my 24th birthday with the people I love. For the diamonds, gotta see through the dust. God, I know it ain't easy to love.
Okay, this is literally about his 24th birthday. Okay. He spent his 24th birthday with the people he loves. Like diamonds, you got to see through the dust. So basically, you know, you got to see through his family, his loved ones. He's got to see through the fucked up shit, the dust. So, and they're really diamonds underneath all the fucked up shit in the dust. So.
I love. For the diamonds, gotta see through the dust. God, I know it ain't easy to love. I just wish that Abdullah could have seen what we done. I retired my mum, moved out with my friends. That's where the problems start, that ain't where it ends. How many single mums sacrifice it all for their kids? Stop working for they haven't got a reason to live. I believe that God fed the...
What'd he say?
All for their kids. Stop working for they haven't got a reason to live.
Say stop working or start working before they don't have a reason to live. Damn, man. He's he really supports single parents. I can tell, you know, from the way he grew up.
Single mums sacrifice it all for their kids. Stop working for they haven't got a reason to live. I believe that God fed the 5,000 with the bread and the fish. Cause I see mommy do some similar things. It can help you or harm you.
Okay, talking about loaves and fishes, where Jesus fed a ton of people with just a little bit. So he's saying, you know, his mom was able to do similar things, scrap up, you know, a great meal with basically nothing to work with.
With the bread and the fish, cause I see mommy do some similar things. It can help you or harm you. Depends on how you're using a rope. How are we in the wrong for supplying drugs?
It can help you or harm you. Depends on how you're using the rope. That's a deep metaphor. Or, you know, at face value, a rope can help you, you know, pull things up. It can help you, you know, a rope and a pulley can help you. If you're in a burning building and you ain't got nothing but a rope and, you know, you're too high to jump, you can throw the rope out and use it to climb down. Or, of course, you can use it to make a noose and hang yourself. So it basically goes back to what you do with the cards you're dealt. So.
And now you're using a rope. How are we in the wrong for supplying drugs? The government's the reason that we use them to cope. I made friends with a flame and I'm used to the smoke. Yeah. When we never had.
All right, so I can't really speak much about that. You know, government, how are they, you know, faulting us for doing drugs when we basically do it because of the settings and situations the government has put us in? I can't really say anything to that because I'm not sure about, you know, how it is to grow up, you know, in the UK.
To cope, I made friends with a flame and I'm used to the smoke. Yeah.
I made friends with the flame, so I'm used to the smoke. What's he saying there? He made friends with the flame. Talking about just smoking? Is that what he's saying? So he's used to the smoke? I don't know. You guys help me out with that.
Reason that we use them to cope. I made friends with a flame and I'm used to the smoke. Yeah. When we never had a thing, we still split in half. It's the people with the least that got the biggest hearts, one of a kind. True love, it ain't just something you find. A good girl, it ain't just something you find. I get along with gold diggers and that's something I find. But it's probably car now, I got more money than time. My friends say they worry about me, I just tell them I'm fine. I took a look in the mirror and now I wish I was blind. Is she the lover?
I guess he's realizing he's turned into someone that he don't like, or he's doing things that, you know, the old Dave wouldn't approve of, because he said, I look in the mirror and I wish I was blind, because he doesn't like the reflection. He doesn't like what he sees. He don't like who he's become. is what I'm getting from that.
Tell him I'm fine. I took a look in the mirror and now I wish I was blind. Is she the love of my life or in love with a life? Backstabber, see the blood on your knife. My mum covered me in blood, but it was coming from Christ. This Serrano on the rock.
Talking about the girl he's with. It's hard for him to tell if she's in love with him or in love with his money. He said, backstabber, I can see the blood on your knife. So you can see the signs. But then he said, my mom covered me in blood, but it was the blood of Christ. Dave's deep.
Rocks, I poured double with ice. I take me in blood, but it was coming from Christ. This Serrano on the rocks, I poured double with ice. I take trips to wind down, I ain't reading at night. The only time I touch books when I'm seeking a flight. Can you hear me?
The only time he touched. Okay, apparently he used to read a lot at night. He's finding that he don't read anymore. The only time he touched books is when he's booking a flight. I'm assuming he used to use reading as a means to get away and to learn, but now he's saying he's finding that he's not reading anymore. He's basically taking trips. So he's got the money to actually go to the places that instead of reading about them, he can actually go there. And then, the double with the book and the flight.
Down, I ain't reading at night. The only time I touch books when I'm seeking a flight. Can you hear me? Let me speak in the mic. God, I know I ain't easy to like, but still I'm seeking a light. I spent $250,000 on renovating my house and couldn't even live in it cause they were staking it out. Tracker in my car, felt like 007, whipped the Aston out of park. I knew his energy was dark, living out.
Tracker in my car, felt like 007. Put the Aston out of park. I knew his energy was dark. Apparently he knew he was about to get set up doing something. And then the 007, he's known for driving those Aston Martins.
Car felt like 007, whipped the Aston out of park. I knew his energy was dark, living out the Corinthia, didn't even have a yard. But that's where I met my teacher and I learned to play guitar. Guess it's written in the stars, life comes at you fast. Squeeze the Urus in a convoy of cars. We got it on us, you ain't even gotta ask. Don't trouble us, fame comes quicker than money does. Salmon pink suit, I'm like De Niro in Casino. Life gave me lemon.
Robert De Niro in the movie Casino, where he had that pink jacket on.
Quicker than money does. Salmon pink suit, I'm like De Niro in Casino. Life gave me lemons, I gave you a branzino when I seasoned it. Me and Drake were in the...
Oh, like how people say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Oh, wow. That actually goes back to what he said earlier. It all depends on what you do with the rope. Life gives you lemons, make lemonade. But he's saying branzino is like that fish. He's saying life gave you lemons, and I'll give you branzino and use those lemons to season it.
Life gave me lemons, I gave you a branzino when I seasoned it. Me and Drake were in the private room reasoning. He's always been there when I needed him. Listen, I'm the reason why your dream girls will wiggle their asses. Drink wine but don't finish their glasses. Snap pics in Bahamas, sniper, do it in silence. I ain't in all the drama. In this town I got the crown but I ain't been in the plaza. Fucking crosses, teams.
In this town I got the crown but I ain't been in the plaza. Crown Plaza is a big hotel chain. Crown Plaza, I got the crown and I ain't been in the plaza. He holds the keys to the city.
In all the drama in this town, I got the crown, but I ain't been in the plaza. Fucking crosses, teams on conspiracy charges, gardens laid out in Astro. I ain't dealing with grasses. Fuck a snitch, got my guys remanded. Life of an artist.
Wait a minute, whoa.
But I ain't been in the plaza. Fucking crosses, teams on conspiracy charges, gardens laid out in Astro. I ain't dealing with grasses. Fuck a snitch, got my
gardens laid out in Astro. I'm not dealing with grasses. AstroTurf?
Conspiracy charges, gardens laid out in Astro. I ain't dealing with grasses. Fuck a snitch, got my guys remanded. Life of an artist, pretty women, AAA passes, slim fix.
Is grasses or something somehow related to snitches and some type of slang in the UK? It feels like for some reason I feel like somebody has said something about grasses and snitches or anything. So he said, gardens filled with Astro. I'm not in the grasses. I guess that would make sense. And it goes to the next line, talking about he don't fuck with snitches. They got his friends remanded. But it would make sense gardens filled with astroturf, fake grass, because he ain't dealing with grasses. Okay.
It's pretty women, AAA passes, slim, thick, skin slick. I mean, it's coming like it's oil she bathing. See the harvest, see the seeds I planted. There's a drought in the ends. I'm in Cali with a ting. I'll end up posting a pack like I was snapping in the gym. Gemma record.
Posting a pack. First of all, like posting a picture of your six pack, like you're in the gym working out. He also said there's a drought in the ends. He's in California, so he'll post a pack. He'll mail. He's gonna have to mail his drugs home. Okay.
You can bang it on the with a ting. I'll end up posting a pack like I was snapping in the gym. Gemma records, you can bang it on the wing. I lost friends, but it's my innocence I miss. I guess ignorance is bliss. I ain't bragging, only rap about a fraction of my sins. My young G's don't count a stabbing if it happened in his limbs. The world is my.
I'm not bragging. I only talk about a fraction of my sins. The young guys don't count a stabbing if it's in your limbs. So he's saying he's done more than what he's saying, but if it's not up to a certain standard, he's not going to say it. So like the guy he's talking about, the young G's, I think is what he said. The young G's won't even count a stabbing if they stab somebody in the arm or the leg. So somebody could say I got 4 stabbings when in reality they stabbed like 10 people, but 6 of them, it was in their arms and legs, but they didn't count it. So he's saying that, if he's done a lot more, he's done so much more shit, but if it's not up to a certain standard, he ain't even gonna fucking mention it. I got you.
A fraction of my sins, my young G's don't count a stabbing if it happened in his limbs. The world is my fucking office. Book her a trip to the tropics. I'm feeling philanthropic, nigga. That's a different topic. The GMT and EST, they're gonna think I'm foreign, different time zones, and that's the way I gotta pick my watches straight.
Wait a minute. The EST, that's my time zone. EST, GMT. Is that London's time zone? GMT? Hold on.
Book her a trip to the tropics. I'm feeling philanthropic, nigga. That's a different topic. The GMT and EST, they're gonna think I'm foreign, different time zones, and that's the way I gotta pick my watches straight and velvet. You can say I live in Gotham, where I take the Birkin and I kill a Crockett. You can see the little locket, bro. It ain't no.
Wait. I heard her say Gotham. Hold on.
Foreign, different time zones, and that's the way I gotta pick my watches straight and velvet. You can say I live in Gotham, where I take the Birkin and I kill a Crockett. You can see the little locket.
Oh, I take the Birkin and kill. I guess he's talking about a crocodile skinned Birkin bag, but he says I take the Birkin and Killer. He said Killer Croc, which is a bad guy in Batman. Killer Croc is a Batman in Gotham. Okay, he's tying Gotham. All right.
Oh, but you can say I live in Gotham, where I take the Birkin and I kill a Crockett. You can see the little locket. Bro, it ain't no wonder why she finna top it. Look, I ain't a striker, I'm a camber cast in the pockets. Tell him to miss me. Never signed a deal, you niggas hating on history, and I took the ends with me. That 8-figure check wasn't enough to convince me, but that's the only time I turned my back on the 16. Life is
8-figure check. A label offered him 8 figures. Then he said it's the only time I turn my back on a 16. 16, ain't that something to do with Stratton? A label was offering him $16 million and he turned it down. Shit.
Wasn't enough to convince me, but that's the only time I turned my back on the 16. Life is a game, you can't play it in split screen.
Life is a game, you can't play it in split screen. So you're by yourself. You're on your own. You're on your own in life. You can't have somebody, always there with you, helping you through life. I think that's what he's saying. Talking about split screen, multiplayer.
Life is a game, you can't play it in split screen. God hasn't given me a test I couldn't handle yet. I don't even bother trying to match it when the scammers flex. Give us something money can't buy, and that's the challenge next. Ambidex, problems coming at me from the right and left. Love is dead enough.
He's ambidextrous, which means you can do something with your right and your left hand, as opposed to only one. So it's an ambidex. Problems are coming at me right and left. So he's got a shit ton of problems, but he's ambidex, so he can take care of all of them simultaneously at that.
Yeah, and that's the challenge next. Ambidex, problems coming at me from the right and left. Love is dead, enough gal are doing the most. If you're talking engagement, it's probably to do with a post. I'm at that age where everybody's
engagement, talking about how much somebody's first of all, he's talking about, if we're talking engagement from a chick, you're not talking about engagement like, you know, a wedding or a marriage. So if we're talking engagement, it's probably something to do with the post. He's also talking about how much someone's engaging with that post, whether it be comments, likes, mentions, shares, shit like that.
If you're talking engagement, it's probably to do with a post. I'm at that age where everybody's getting married or having kids. Feel like it happened quick. Commitment's hella pressure, there's enough of that as it is. Can't make the same mistakes that my daddy did, cause I know what the damage did. How you raise a life and you haven't lived, but what's living? Is it clubbing and banging chicks or planning trips or some sort of pleasure I haven't managed to factor in? I guess I'll let you know when the stats are in. Your friends get...
Damn. That's just straight up, you know, it is what it is. There ain't no breaking that shit down. I just had to pause because that's deep. Saying he ain't going to have a kid until he's confident that he's lived enough, because apparently his dad hadn't, you know, sowed his oats, so to speak. So he feels like, you know, he abandoned his kids to go fulfill the things that he wanted to fulfill in life. That's deep there, man.
Sort of pleasure I haven't managed to factor in. I guess I'll let you know when the stats are in. Your friends get busy, the cracks start showing, and that's when the distance in between us starts growing. We all want it, I just wanted it more. I think this money's exposed my flaws. The clean-hearted find it harder for sure. See, most people that are wealthy, they ain't good in their core. You either rich off a talent or exploiting the poor. I'm 24 and an adult in the eyes of the law, but still a baby in the eyes of the Lord. You see, the Bible's my sword and the word is my shield. Storms prayed for me, I cried. It sharpened my steel, but that's my brother for real.
Talking about Stormzy. Storms prayed for me and I cried.
The eyes of the Lord, but still a baby in the eyes of the Lord. You see, the Bible's my sword and the word is my shield. Storms prayed for me, I cried. It sharpened my steel, but that's my brother for real. Me and mommy saw the world, man, she couldn't believe it. And to this day, that's my biggest achievement. Did 27 countries.
Me and mom saw the world and she couldn't believe it until the day. That's my biggest achievement. Dude, I love how Dave takes care of his mom and shouts his mom out, you know, in songs any chance he gets, he shouts his mom out. That shows so much character, that he appreciates his mom and he tries to pay her back as best he can with the shit she put up with and the shit she went through trying to raise kids by herself at that.
Well, man, she couldn't believe it. And to this day, that's my biggest achievement. Did 27 countries in under 9 months. So when the Most High says my time's...
They traveled to 27 countries in under 9 months. Damn.
Achievement. Did 27 countries in under 9 months. So when the Most High says my time's up, just tell him that I tried. And I ain't never switched sides. I did it for you and I. 16 till I die. Yes.
Okay, yeah, 16 till I die. 16 has something to do with where he's from. Is that it? Okay. All right, yeah, that's it. I appreciate that, Dave, dropping another song for us. When is this album gonna drop? The from Starlight and the 24th birthday. There's really nothing you can say about Dave and this song that hasn't already been said. I mean, we all know Dave is a genius, so he's telling us the shit that he's been through in the past few years, and it seems like he's been through a lot, man. So yeah, money don't take away all your problems, apparently. Although probably makes them easier. I'd like to find out. But anyway, again, guys, I apologize I haven't uploaded in a while. Like I said, When work says you gotta go, you gotta go. If you guys liked the video, I know it wasn't as energetic as some of my other ones. It was kind of a laid back track, and it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not really energized, so to speak, right now. If you guys did like the video, please hit that like button. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and sticking around, hanging out with us. To everyone else, I appreciate you checking me out. Appreciate the support. I'll see you next time. I'm out.